Hey everyone, welcome to another English grammar lesson. I am teacher Wendell and today we're going to covering dangling and misplaced modifiers.
The word modify means to change the meaning of something, a change of time, a change of place, a change of situation. So a modifier in a sentence is any word or phrase that modifies or changes another word or phrase in that sentence. Let me show you. The man's broken computer was fixed versus the broken man's computer was fixed. Now, the modifier in the question here is the word broken. But notice how, depending on where this word is placed, the sentence could have an entirely different meaning. The man's broken computer was fixed. In this sentence, we're saying that the computer was the thing that's broken. The broken computer. However, in the second sentence, broken doesn't actually modify computer. It modifies man. The broken man's computer was fixed. So in this sentence, you are technically saying that the man's himself is broken, which is interesting. So you see that it's very important to put your modifiers in a correct place. And that's what we call a misplaced modifier. The second common type of modifier error is what we call the dangling modifier, which would look something like this. Hungry, the sandwich was eaten by me. Versus, hungry, I ate the sandwich. Now, the modifier here is hungry, and it should modify the word or phrase right next to it. So if that's true, if the modifier is technically supposed to be modifying the right thing next to it, then what would be the first sentence really be saying? Well, believe it or not, you would actually be saying that the sandwich was hungry. Well, it's obviously a lot different from the second sentence, where you would be saying that I was hungry, right? So some of you might be thinking, okay, but how am I supposed to remember the difference between a dangling modifier and a misplaced modifier? And the honest answer is, it doesn't really matter. As long as you can tell when there is a modifier error, and you know how to fix it, then you don't need really to worry about the specific kind of modifier error it was. Let's take a look at some examples and see if you can fix them. On paper plates, we ate hot dogs. So technically, this would be a dangling modifier, but that is not the point. The point is here, there is something wrong with this sentence. So first of all, can you tell me what is the modifier in the sentence? Do you even know what it is? Give yourself a point if you said on paper plates. Now, remember what I said earlier. Modifiers are supposed to talk about the thing right next to them. And here that would be the word we. So really what is the sentence saying is that we were on the paper plates, like we were sitting on the paper plates and eating our hot dogs. Probably not what you are trying to say, right? So the question here is, how do we fix it? How do we rearrange the sentence so that the modifier error goes away? Well, I'll give you a second to think about it. The correct version of this sentence would be, we ate the hot dogs on paper plates. Now, the modifier on paper plates is actually modifying the hot dogs, which is actually what we want. Next one, I saw a dollar walking home. So technically, this would be a misplaced modifier, but I don't really care. What I really want to know is, first of all, what even is the modifier in the sentence? And the answer is walking home. Okay, so what does the phrase modify? Well, like what I said earlier, it's supposed to modify the thing right next to it. In the sentence, that would be dollar. So yes indeed, you would be saying that there was a dollar walking home, like on its little dollar legs or something. And I imagine that would be a problem. So how do we fix it? Where do we put the modifier so that the sentence actually makes sense? Think about it for a second. Should have said right here, walking home, I saw a dollar. Now, the modifier refers to the word I, means I was the one walking home, which actually makes sense.
Cool, well I hope this video helped. See you next time. Thanks.